Have you ever wondered how sugar is made from sugarcane? Sugarcane, this tall, green and seemingly ordinary plant, has a sweet secret hidden within its fibrous stalks. Its story begins in tropical regions around the globe, where the warm climate and abundant sun give it just the right conditions to grow. Sugarcane has been cultivated for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations in New Guinea first discovered its sweet delights and began to cultivate it around 10,000 years ago. From there, it traveled across continents and cultures, its popularity growing with every taste. It's rather extraordinary, isn't it? A simple plant harnessing the power of the sun produces such a sweet bounty. But how does this transformation from green stalk to sweet crystals occur? It's a journey of cultivation, extraction, purification, and crystallization. Sugar production from sugarcane is a fascinating process. Are you ready to discover this sweet journey? Our journey starts right from the field where sugarcane is grown. Picture a vast expanse of lush green fields, waving gently in the breeze. This is the birthplace of our sweet delight, the sugarcane field. Sugarcane, a tall perennial grass, thrives in tropical and subtropical regions. Think of places with an average temperature of 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and an annual rainfall between 2,000 to 2,500 millimeters. The ideal climate for sugarcane is a warm, humid environment with plenty of sunshine. But it's not just about the climate. Sugarcane is a bit picky when it comes to soil too. It prefers deep, well-drained loamy or clayey soils, rich in nutrients. The right soil should have a good water-holding capacity, but also needs to drain well to prevent waterlogging. Now let's delve into the actual process of cultivating sugarcane. It all begins with a piece of mature sugarcane or a seedling. If a piece of cane is used, it's cut into sections called sets, each containing at least one bud. These sets are then planted in furrows and covered with soil. After planting, it takes about a year for sugarcane to mature in tropical regions, but in subtropical regions, it might take up to 2 years. During this time, the cane undergoes several stages of growth: germination, tillering, grand growth, and finally ripening. Harvesting is usually done manually with sharp knives or mechanically with a harvester. The mature cane is cut close to the ground, the leaves are stripped off, and the canes are bundled and sent to the mill for juice extraction. One interesting fact about sugarcane is that it is a ratoon crop. This means that after the initial planting, the same crop can be harvested for several years, as new shoots will grow from the stubble left in the field. This makes sugarcane cultivation a sustainable and efficient farming practice. Once the sugarcane is ripe and ready, it's time for the next phase, extracting the juice. So let's continue our sweet journey to the mill, where the magic of sugar production truly begins. The harvested sugarcane is now ready to release its sweet nectar. So how does this happen? The process begins with the sugarcane being fed into a mill, a formidable machine that's all about power and precision. Imagine a world-class wrestler, but instead of pinning opponents to the mat, this one is crushing the life out of sugarcane stalks. The mill's large, heavy rollers apply immense pressure to the cane, breaking down its rigid structure and squeezing out the juice. These rollers, often made from highly durable steel, are designed to withstand the force they exert and the constant wear and tear. They don't break a sweat, even when handling tons of sugarcane every day. But it's not a one-and-done deal. The sugarcane goes through this process not once, not twice, but 3 times. Why so many? Well, the first crushing extracts about half the juice. The second crushing gets most of what's left. And the third time, that's to make sure no drop of sweetness goes to waste. It's a testament to the efficiency of the process. Ensuring that the juice is thoroughly extracted is crucial. After all, this juice is the gold we're after, the raw material for our sugar. The more juice we can get, the more sugar we can produce. And this is where the mill shines. It's a champion juice extractor, leaving behind only the fibrous residue known as bagasse. Now, the bagasse isn't just discarded. It's often used as a biofuel in the mill itself, powering the very process that created it. It's a beautiful example of sustainability in action. From sugarcane to juice to bagasse to fuel, it's a circular journey that maximizes the use of resources and minimizes waste. With the sugarcane juice extracted, we're one step closer to our final product. But this journey is far from over. Stay with us as we dive into the next steps of turning this sweet nectar into the sugar we all know and love. Once we have the juice, it's time to purify it and extract the sugar crystals. So how do we go from this sweet, sticky sugarcane juice to the fine white sugar crystals that we're all familiar with? Well, it all starts with heat. The juice is first heated to a high temperature to kill off any bacteria and to help concentrate the sugar. This is done by boiling the juice until a lot of the water has evaporated, leaving us with a thick, sweet syrup. This syrup is called a massicrete. Now, you might think this syrup already looks a lot like the golden syrup you might drizzle on your pancakes, but we're not quite there yet. This is where the magic of chemistry comes in. The massicrete is then cooled rapidly. As it cools, the sugar molecules start to arrange themselves into a regular pattern, forming sugar crystals. This process is known as crystallization, but we don't just want any crystals. We want nice, big, uniform crystals. To achieve this, the syrup is seeded with some pre-existing sugar crystals. These act as a kind of template, encouraging the sugar molecules in the syrup to arrange themselves in the same way, resulting in the formation of more crystals. This crystallized mixture is then spun in a centrifuge, a machine that spins really fast. The force generated by this spinning motion helps to separate the sugar crystals from the remaining syrup. The sugar crystals are then washed with water to remove any remaining impurities. And there you have it. From sugarcane juice to sugar crystals through heating, evaporating, cooling, and spinning. It's a fascinating process, isn't it? We're almost there, but before we can package our sugar, there's one more stage to go through. In the final stage, we refine the sugar crystals to make them ready for your kitchen. This stage, which may seem like a mere formality, is crucial in ensuring the sugar you enjoy is of the highest quality. The refining process begins by washing the raw sugar crystals. This step aims to remove the last of the molasses, that sticky, dark syrup that adds a rich flavor to the sugar, but also contains impurities. The crystals are then dissolved into a syrup, which is filtered and clarified to remove any remaining impurities. Following clarification, the syrup is recrystallized. This is a fascinating process where the sugar forms back into crystals, but this time, they're much purer and whiter than before. The sugar crystals are then separated from the syrup by centrifugation, similar to a washing machine spin cycle. The result is sparkling, white sugar crystals. The final product is dried to remove any remaining moisture. This drying process is essential to prevent the sugar from clumping together during storage and transport. Once dried, the sugar is cooled and then sieved to separate it into different grain sizes. From coarse granulated sugar to fine caster sugar, each type has its own uses in the kitchen. Now, it's time for packaging. The sugar is packed into bags or boxes, depending on its destination. Whether it's destined for a supermarket shelf or a commercial bakery, each package is filled, weighed, sealed, and labeled with precise care. The sugar then embarks on its journey to reach you. It may travel by truck, ship, or even by plane, crossing continents and oceans. It's distributed far and wide, reaching kitchens across the globe. And along the way, it brings a touch of sweetness to everyone it encounters. And there you have it. From the field to your kitchen, that's how sugar is made from sugarcane. Let's quickly recap the fascinating journey of sugar production. It all begins with the sweet, sun-kissed sugarcane plants that grow in tropical and subtropical climates. These tall green stalks are harvested and transported to mills where their juice is extracted. This juice, a sweet, syrupy nectar, is the raw material of our beloved sugar. Next, this extracted juice undergoes a purification process to remove any impurities. It's then heated up and crystallized, creating raw sugar. But we're not done yet. The raw sugar is further refined, removing any remaining molasses and impurities. This leaves us with the pure white sugar crystals we're all familiar with. But remember, the journey doesn't stop there. These sugar crystals are then packaged and transported to supermarkets and stores around the world, ready to sweeten our lives in countless ways. The next time you add a spoonful of sugar to your tea, remember the sweet journey it has been through. Until next time, keep wondering, keep learning. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to the channel.